good stuff. Hey, good people. This is your brother L, welcoming you to podcast number 238 of I'm For Real, Yes It's True.com. And I just want to thank those of you who've been on this journey with me for almost 3 years now. Thank you so much for hanging out. We've been having a good time. And for those of you who are new here, hang out. We're in and out in less than 10 minutes. We punch the point. We tell stories from 1980 until the very present day. And we take your stories of the listeners, and I get them and I change names, dates, places, sexes, whatever I have to do to keep the person who gave me the story anonymous. And I retell it and put a biblical point at the very end. And we're in and out in 10 minutes. Let you go on with your day. Okay? Now, today I'll be veering from that course just slightly. And I want to thank each and every one of you who've been on this journey, but I also want to say to you, Happy Easter, and more to the point, Happy Resurrection Day. I hope you've had a great day. It's been a long day for me, a great day though, and the weather was beautiful, and it was just wonderful. And I'm coming to you a little bit late, so most of you won't receive this. Most of you in the United States won't receive this until after midnight, or it'll be Monday. But those of you who are receiving this in Asia and some of the other countries in which we have listeners, you'll get it tonight. All right, so we're going to jump right in because we try to do this short and sweet. And so I've entitled podcast number 238, Worth the Wait. That's worth the wait. Now, you'll notice sometime I'm looking down because I have some notes and I don't want to miss any of the points, so I'll be looking down at my notes occasionally. I'm not ignoring you. Yeah, I'm glad that you're on this trip, and I'm not trying to be rude. I just want to make sure I stay on point and cover everything in this very short amount of time. So, I'm going to stop yapping about secondary things and jump right into the story here. So, the reason I've entitled this Worth the Wait is because a song came through my head this week. Now, in 1971, way back, an artist named Carly Simon wrote a song that was very popular, but made even more popular after it became the backdrop for a ketchup commercial. The song was called Anticipation. Now, the marketing department at Heinz, which is the one who put out the commercial, thought it was a great way to promote their extra thick, rich ketchup. Well, in my life, I've waited for many, many things, but ketchup ain't one of them. Now, to give you an example of some of the things that I've had to wait for, and I think a lot of you can probably relate, I've had to wait for test results. I've had to wait for escrow to clear. I've had to wait in DMV lines. I've had to wait for tax refunds. I've had to wait for freeway traffic. I've waited for nieces and nephews to be born. I've waited for pain reliever to work. I waited for Christmas season. And I waited for the shower to warm up in the morning. And I've had to wait for coffee to brew. And I also have waited for date night, which I love date night. And my saddest but happy wait was for me to get the season 10 finale of Doc Martin. One of my guilty pleasures. For the last 19 years, I've been a fan of the Doc Martin drama comedy series out of Britain. Anyway, I'll show you a quick picture of it. So, I had a brief conversation with my mom this week, and she told me that I need to eat better so that I could prolong my health and my time on this earth. Well, I kind of told my mom, well, I kind of keep a light touch on things here on this earth. I'm not clinging to this earth because there is the promise of a glorified body waiting for me in heaven. And that's in Philippians 3, it's chapter 3, verse 21. And time for me to flip the page. Time for you to take a quick sip of your coffee, and we'll finish up here. I'll take another quick sip of mine. Good stuff. Now, from all I've read about heaven, it is definitely worth the wait. Kind of want to get there sooner, but we want to enjoy the fruits of this planet while we're here, right? Number one, I got 5 quick points. Number one, it's God's home, right? From which he looks down on us and looks in on us from. And we can find that in Psalm 33:13. Point number 2, which is found in Acts 1:11, it's where Jesus is. And we all want to be where Jesus is, right? Point number 3, found in Hebrews 11:10. It's a city that was designed and built by God. So you know it's got to be beautiful. Point number 4, found in Luke 23:43. Jesus called it paradise, right? And the 5th point I wanted to make, found in Revelations 21, it tells us that there will be a city with walls made of precious stones of every kind. The gates will be made of a single pearl, a single large pearl on 12 different gates. The streets will be made of gold, and the glory of God will light the city. And there will be no nighttime. Nothing impure will ever enter it, nor will anyone who does what is shameful or deceitful. Amen. Sounds like a place I want to get to. I'm not rushing it, but hey, I think that would be worth the wait, good people. We're going to leave it right there for this week. Short and sweet, in and out. And again, this is your brother L. I'm not your pastor, but I love you. And if it's God's will, I'll see you here again next week. Now, if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you'd look down on the lower right-hand side of the story screen and hit the subscribe tab. If you do and leave us your contact information, we will send you, without fail, these wonderful, wonderful subscription gifts that have been given to us by our sponsors who believe in what we're doing here, and it won't cost you one dime. We just want to love on you. We just want to bless you and put these things in your hand. It won't cost you anything. Just a gift from our hearts to you. All right? And for those of you who are new here, make sure you do that. That's an open gift now. We've made it so that those who've already subscribed can get it again. But those who are new here, we really want to get those things into your hands. Amen? Amen. If it's God's will, we'll see you here again next week. Don't forget your coffee. Don't forget that I'm your brother L. I'm not your pastor, but I love you, and I'm praying for you every single day. And that's a real thing. And I promise you that. All right? God bless you, and I hope you enjoyed your Resurrection Day. We'll see you again, prayerfully, next week. Amen? Amen.